Have you ever heard of the term superager? Superagers are individuals who, even in their 80s and beyond, maintain cognitive functions that are as sharp as those of people 20 to 30 years younger. Their mental abilities show little to no decline, and they remain physically active without difficulty. Above all, they appear youthful and radiate energy. Wouldn't becoming a superager be an ideal goal for many? Is it possible to keep our brains youthful as we grow older? In fact, scientific research has identified common traits among individuals whose brains remain resilient, experiencing minimal neuronal loss even after the age of 80. Keeping our brains healthy and preventing dementia is a critical issue that no one should ignore. However, most of us lack specific knowledge about how to achieve this. For example, what foods support brain health? How much should we walk? What habits should we avoid? Despite the importance of these questions, many of us remain surprisingly unaware of the answers. Without the right knowledge about brain aging, we may increase our risk of developing dementia, becoming bedridden prematurely, or losing our ability to maintain an active, fulfilling life like so-called superagers. On the other hand, understanding how to protect and support brain health can significantly impact our overall well-being and quality of life in old age. Gaining this knowledge is not just beneficial, it is essential for building lifelong health assets. In this video, we have compiled essential knowledge on how to prevent brain aging, even beyond the age of 80. This is invaluable information that can benefit you for a lifetime, so we encourage you to share it with your family and friends. More importantly, we hope you actively incorporate these tips into your daily routine to maintain a sharp and healthy brain for years to come. The theme of this video is how to prevent brain aging after 80. We have carefully curated medically backed insights on how to become a superager, someone who stays mentally and physically sharp even in later years. First, you'll gain a clear understanding of the fundamental principles of brain aging. Then, we'll dive into scientifically backed methods for preventing cognitive decline, broken down into 5 key components. The brain deteriorates without stimulation. What is equilibrium exercise? The activity that activates brain function. It's more than just certain foods. What kind of diet can help prevent brain aging? Learn about the surprising nutritional approach that supports brain health, including the scientifically proven Mindy diet, known to reduce the risk of dementia. What do people over 80 with sharp minds have in common? How is brain aging related to ear health? It's not just about hearing aids. Discover why taking care of your ears plays a crucial role in cognitive function. The right amount of sleep for a healthy brain. How much sleep do you really need to prevent brain aging? Is napping an effective way to lower the risk of dementia? Keeping your brain active at any age. Even at 70, it's never too late to try new things. Learn practical tips to keep your brain engaged and adaptable. The most important thing isn't just understanding these principles, it's putting them into practice. That's why we've created a brain longevity action list to help you maintain a youthful brain even beyond the age of 80. Each person's needs are different, so as you watch the video, fill in your own personalized checklist. By the end, you'll have a practical, customized to-do list tailored to your brain health. By the time you finish watching, you'll be equipped to share these insights with those around you. Let's take the first step together. Watch the video until the end and start your journey toward a healthier brain today. Now, let's begin our lecture on how to prevent brain aging. I hope we can learn and explore this topic together. To start, do you know how the brain ages and declines over time? As we grow older, our brains gradually develop more pronounced wrinkles. These brain wrinkles are somewhat similar to the growth rings inside a tree. They serve as a record of our long and rich lives. However, the deepening of these wrinkles is actually a sign of brain atrophy, meaning that the brain is shrinking over time. Brain atrophy typically begins around the age of 30. From that point onward, the brain gradually decreases in size and its wrinkles become deeper as a result. The average adult male brain weighs approximately 1,300 to 1,400 grams, while the average female brain weighs 1,200 to 1,300 grams. However, by the age of 90, the brain can be 5 to 7% lighter than it was at age 60. This weight loss is caused by the gradual shrinking and atrophy of brain tissue. Unlike muscles, changes in the brain are not visible from the outside, making it difficult to detect brain aging and atrophy in daily life. However, as you might have guessed, this shrinkage of the brain leads to a decline in cognitive function. One major factor contributing to brain atrophy is the gradual loss of nerve cells over time. It is estimated that the human brain loses approximately 100,000 neurons every day. Even at this very moment, as you watch this video, the number of nerve cells in your brain is gradually decreasing. However, a common misconception is that brain cells stop increasing as we age, leading many people to feel pessimistic about cognitive decline. In reality, research from around the world has discovered that the brain contains special cells called stem cells, which continue to generate new neurons even in older adults. In other words, the birth of new brain cells does not stop with age. The key takeaway here is that stimulating the brain to keep producing new cells, while simultaneously slowing down the loss of existing nerve cells, is crucial for preventing cognitive aging. At this point, you might be wondering, is there really a way to achieve this? The answer is yes. In fact, scientific research is actively exploring ways to slow brain aging. A study conducted in Japan examined the relationship between 6 specific lifestyle habits and brain volume in 1,600 elderly individuals. The findings revealed that for every additional positive lifestyle habit, brain atrophy was reduced by 100 to 200 cubic millimeters over a 2-year period. In other words, adopting even one more good habit can help preserve brain density and promote long-term cognitive health. Of course, genetic factors and individual differences also play a role, but research shows that implementing these science-backed strategies is a proven shortcut to slowing brain aging and becoming what scientists call a super-ager. We encourage you to incorporate as many of the strategies discussed in this video as possible. By doing so, you can actively support your brain health, maintain cognitive vitality, and even increase brain volume, ensuring a sharper, more youthful mind for years to come. What are the most effective ways to prevent brain aging? Let's explore them together. First and foremost, here's something crucial you need to know. The key to keeping your brain young is physical exercise. When people think about preventing cognitive decline, activities like crossword puzzles and brain training games often come to mind. While these mental exercises are not necessarily bad, the truth is that the most powerful workout for your brain is a physical workout. It may feel like you're engaging your brain more when solving puzzles or thinking through complex problems. However, scientific research shows that your brain is actually most active during physical exercise. Numerous studies have demonstrated that exercise plays a significant role in preventing dementia. Neuroscience research has found that engaging in regular aerobic exercise, such as walking or swimming, boosts levels of brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF, a protein that supports the growth and regeneration of brain cells. Moreover, studies indicate that increased BDNF levels lead to improved memory, better emotional regulation, and enhanced cognitive processing speed. For example, if bones and muscles are not exercised and stimulated regularly, they gradually weaken, essentially deciding they no longer need to work hard. Muscles shrink and bones become brittle. This phenomenon doesn't just affect muscles and bones, it also applies to the brain. In other words, a lack of activity can cause neural pathways in the brain to deteriorate, because the brain determines that maintaining them is unnecessary. As a result, nerve connections gradually disappear, and the brain's functional capacity declines over time. In fact, a study from Boston University found that the brains of individuals who experienced a decline in physical activity shrank at a significantly faster rate than those who engaged in regular exercise over a 20-year period. This is just one example of the growing body of research linking movement to brain health. Walking and running might seem like effortless, automatic actions, but they actually play a crucial role in stimulating the brain, promoting nerve growth, and preserving cognitive function. That's why I strongly encourage you to engage in various forms of physical activity within your comfort level to help prevent brain aging. Additionally, there's one simple exercise you can try right now to assess your brain function and stimulate it at the same time. Balance exercises. As we get older, we tend to have fewer opportunities to practice balance. Have you noticed that you're losing stability more easily or tripping more often? It's true that aging can naturally reduce your sense of balance. However, another key factor is that older adults tend to engage in fewer physically demanding activities, meaning they use their balance less often. This is an often overlooked risk, and based on the principle of use it or lose it, the less we challenge our balance, the weaker the brain functions responsible for balance control become. A simple yet highly effective way to assess your brain's sense of balance is the one-leg stand test, a quick self-check that we highly recommend. The test itself is straightforward. First, stand on one leg with your eyes open and see how many seconds you can maintain your balance. Then, try the same test with your eyes closed. For safety, make sure to perform this in an environment where you can grab onto a desk or wall if needed. If you feel yourself losing balance, don't push too hard. Simply place both feet back on the ground to prevent injury. So, how long were you able to stand? Research conducted in Japan suggests that people who cannot stand on one leg for more than 20 seconds have a higher risk of brain diseases and dementia. Similarly, a Brazilian study reported that individuals unable to balance for more than 10 seconds had a higher risk of mortality in the following years. While this test may seem simple, it provides valuable insight into the health of both your brain and body. Since balance is rarely evaluated in routine health checkups, many people are surprised to discover they struggle with it. Interestingly, some individuals can balance easily with their eyes open, but lose stability immediately when they close their eyes. This happens because closing your eyes shuts off visual input, forcing your brain to rely on sensory information from your legs and joints. If you find yourself unable to balance with your eyes closed, it may indicate an impairment in your brain's sense of balance, even if your muscles and bones are perfectly healthy. In this way, balance serves as a key indicator of brain health. We strongly encourage you to try the one-leg stand test as a way to check in on both your brain and body. If you struggle with this test, don't worry. Start with a small goal. Try holding your balance for 5 seconds, then gradually extend to 10 seconds, and eventually work your way up to 30 seconds. Training your sense of balance, which often goes overlooked in daily life, may help slow down brain aging and improve overall coordination. Additionally, one crucial element to incorporate alongside balance exercises is aerobic exercise. Aerobic activities are known to enhance cardiovascular function and improve blood flow to the brain. While various theories exist, numerous studies have shown that aerobic exercise plays a significant role in preventing cognitive decline and brain aging. By incorporating balance training and aerobic exercise into your routine, you can take proactive steps toward maintaining a healthy brain and body for years to come. How much should you walk per day? You've probably heard the advice, aim for 10,000 steps a day. While this is a great goal, it may be challenging for some, especially seniors. Of course, reaching 10,000 steps is possible, but it's not always practical for everyone. The key takeaway here is this: even if you can't hit 10,000 steps, walking still plays a crucial role in preventing brain aging. Take a look at this graph. It illustrates findings from a study on the relationship between daily step count and the risk of dementia. The results show that as your step count increases, your dementia risk decreases. The greatest benefits are seen at around 10,000 steps per day, which can lower dementia risk by up to 50%. However, here's an important point. Even walking just 3,800 steps a day can reduce dementia risk by 25%. In other words, while regular walking is ideal, you don't need to overexert yourself. Just 4,000 steps per day already provides significant health benefits. On the other hand, a completely sedentary lifestyle with little to no walking or aerobic exercise accelerates brain aging. It's essential to understand this risk and develop a walking habit that suits your pace and comfort level. Additionally, as mentioned in the walking video, this graph also reveals an interesting finding. Beyond 10,000 steps, the risk reduction effect plateaus. In fact, walking too much, such as 15,000 or 20,000 steps per day, does not further enhance brain health benefits and may even reduce the efficiency of those benefits. This may come as a surprise, but it's worth keeping in mind. The key is balance. You don't need to set an excessively high target. Start with a realistic goal of 3,800 steps per day. In addition to increasing your step count, it's equally important to reduce the amount of time spent sitting. A sedentary lifestyle not only harms overall health, but also negatively impacts brain aging. The best approach? Keep your body moving in moderation and aim for a balanced, healthy lifestyle. For example, an international study suggests that sitting for more than 10 hours a day increases the risk of dementia. While 10 hours might not sound excessive, Japan is actually one of the countries where people spend the most time sitting. In reality, many individuals in Japan exceed this threshold on a daily basis. Given this, it is crucial to actively reduce prolonged sitting time. One effective approach is to increase physical activity by walking or running more. Additionally, instead of remaining seated for long periods, such as watching TV for extended hours, it's beneficial to stand up and move around every 30 minutes. Another key factor in preventing brain aging through exercise is maintaining healthy cerebral blood vessels. The brain is densely lined with blood vessels, and a sedentary lifestyle combined with lifestyle-related diseases can significantly impact vascular health. For instance, high blood pressure exerts excessive pressure on blood vessels. Diabetes-related high blood sugar damages them, and high cholesterol levels can lead to plaque buildup, causing atherosclerosis, hardening and narrowing of the arteries. When blood vessels become stiff and constricted, it naturally becomes harder for adequate blood flow to reach the brain, accelerating brain aging. Exercise plays a crucial role in preventing atherosclerosis and maintaining brain health. A study conducted in Japan found that men who walked the most steps per day had only about 1/3 of the frontal lobe atrophy compared to those who walked the least. Similarly, data for women indicated that those who expended more energy through physical activity experienced significantly less brain atrophy. These findings highlight the principle that exercise for the brain is exercise for the body. It is now evident that regular physical activity is essential for preventing brain aging. In terms of specific recommendations, engaging in balance exercises and aerobic activities, aiming for at least 3,800 steps per day, can effectively stimulate the brain. However, there is no need to push yourself too hard. Consistency is key. If you have a sedentary lifestyle, try to incorporate more opportunities to stand up and move throughout the day. By adopting these various exercise strategies, you can reduce the risk of lifestyle-related diseases, support brain vascular health, and keep your brain youthful through movement. Apart from exercise, diet plays a crucial role in keeping your brain young. In this section, I will share specific meal plans and practical tips on what to eat to maintain a sharp mind even after turning 80. First, let's talk about the connection between diet and brain aging, an important yet often overlooked topic. One key principle to remember is this: dietary diversity is essential in slowing brain aging. What does this mean? A study conducted in Japan compared two groups of people. Those with low dietary diversity, meaning they ate the same types of food repeatedly, and those with high dietary diversity, meaning they consumed a wide variety of foods. The results showed that individuals with greater dietary diversity had a 44% lower risk of cognitive decline compared to the baseline. Many of you may be hearing the term dietary diversity for the first time. So why is eating a wide variety of foods beneficial? To explain this, let's consider an example: supplements. As we all know, supplements contain concentrated doses of vitamins, minerals, and other nutrients that are believed to be good for our health. At first glance, they seem like a great way to stay healthy. However, when we examine various research findings, we find that very few supplements have been proven to be truly effective in improving overall health. That being said, I am not suggesting that you should never take supplements. Rather, my point is that in most cases, consuming whole foods is far more beneficial to your health than isolating and extracting specific nutrients, such as vitamin B, vitamin C, or DHA, in supplement form. The reason for this is simple. Whole foods contain not just isolated nutrients, but also a wide range of trace compounds and micronutrients, what we might call miscellaneous nutrients, that work together to support overall health. These naturally occurring nutrients are often more effective than taking individual vitamins or minerals in isolation. In other words, to maintain brain health, it's important to balance your diet with a diverse range of nutrient-rich foods, rather than relying on just a few specific ingredients. Now, back to the topic of dietary diversity. It's important to recognize that diversity matters when it comes to diet as well. According to this theory, a diet rich in a wide variety of foods is more likely to provide a broader spectrum of essential nutrients compared to a diet with limited variety. A well-balanced diet that includes a diverse range of foods naturally incorporates micronutrients that might otherwise be overlooked. This kind of dietary diversity may help slow brain aging. Since this is an important concept that isn't frequently covered in other videos, I encourage you to keep it in mind. Rather than relying on an unbalanced diet, it is believed that consuming a variety of nutrient-rich foods, including meat, seafood, eggs, soy products, dairy, green and yellow vegetables, seaweed, potatoes, and fruits, can help support brain health and slow cognitive decline. However, while many people understand the importance of dietary diversity, they may still feel unsure about what exactly they should eat. That's why in this video, we will introduce specific dietary recommendations to help prevent brain aging. When considering meal planning, we'll take inspiration from the MIND diet. The MIND diet combines the best aspects of the Mediterranean diet, often regarded as the world's healthiest diet, and the DASH diet, which was designed to help lower high blood pressure. To give you an idea of the key principles of the MIND diet, whole grains include items such as rice, bread, and noodles. More specifically, examples include brown rice, millet, whole buckwheat, and rye bread. It is recommended to consume whole grains at least 3 times a day. A good starting point might be mixing whole grains with white rice. When it comes to staple foods, it is recommended to limit red meat consumption to fewer than 4 times per week, while ensuring that you eat fish at least once a week. Ideally, your diet should be more centered around fish rather than meat. The omega fatty acids found in fish are believed to play a crucial role in preventing dementia. Additionally, incorporating olive oil and nuts, key components of the Mediterranean diet, is particularly effective in supporting brain health and reducing the risk of cognitive decline. This is mainly because vegetable-based oils are considered more beneficial for slowing brain aging compared to animal-based fats. Key principles of the MIND diet: a diet centered around fish, regular consumption of brown rice and other whole grains, preference for vegetable oils over animal fats. These are fundamental characteristics of the MIND diet, which is designed to promote cognitive health and slow brain aging. We strongly encourage you to incorporate elements of the MIND diet into your daily meals. To help you get started, here are 3 simple and nutritious meal ideas that align with the Mind Diet principles. 1. Stir-fried chicken with nuts. This dish consists of chicken thighs stir-fried with cashews, almonds, and vegetables. It integrates key elements of a brain-healthy diet: lean protein, nuts, and vegetables, making it a great option for a main dish. 2. Mackerel coleslaw. Salad. For a quick and nutritious side dish, mix canned mackerel with shredded cabbage and carrots, then drizzle with olive oil. Canned mackerel is highly recommended due to its excellent nutritional profile and convenience. 3. Baked salmon with asparagus and onions. Place thinly sliced asparagus and onions on top of salmon, season with salt, pepper, lemon, and olive oil. Then wrap it in foil and bake. This dish is both simple and packed with brain-boosting nutrients. By incorporating these meals into your diet and embracing a diverse range of nutrient-rich foods, you can take proactive steps toward preventing brain aging. Why not start today? Try integrating these Mind Diet principles into your next meal and enjoy the long-term benefits of a brain-healthy lifestyle. Now that we've covered some crucial aspects of exercise and diet, let's move on to an often overlooked topic: your ears. You might be surprised to learn that ear health plays a significant role in preventing brain aging, especially after the age of 80. Yet, there's a common habit that many people neglect: ear cleaning. Do you clean your ears regularly? If not, you could be unknowingly contributing to brain aging. As people get older, the percentage of those with excessive earwax buildup increases. In fact, among people in their 80s and older, a staggering 10% have earwax completely blocking their eardrum, making it impossible to see inside the ear. Even if the blockage isn't that extreme, a large number of elderly individuals experience hearing loss due to earwax accumulation. A Japanese study found that individuals with earwax obstructing their eardrum experience an average hearing loss of 7 decibels, a level that can noticeably impact daily life. What's more, hearing impairment isn't just an inconvenience, it directly affects brain function. Proper ear care and maintaining good hearing are crucial for brain health. A study conducted at a senior living facility in the U.S. found that over 60% of residents had earwax plugs. When these were removed, not only did their hearing improve, but their cognitive function also showed measurable improvement. Conversely, individuals who currently have significant earwax buildup may be experiencing cognitive decline due to hearing loss. In fact, it's not uncommon for earwax accumulation to contribute to brain aging. Take this real-life case from Japan. An 80-year-old man was hospitalized and, despite using a hearing aid, he was unable to communicate with doctors or nurses. He became bedridden for an extended period, puzzling his medical team. One day, a doctor decided to check inside his ears and discovered a massive buildup of earwax. After clearing it out, the patient's ability to hear, talk, eat, and even joke around was restored. This case highlights the importance of regular ear care, even though ear health is often overlooked. Maintaining good hearing is essential, not just for communication, but for preserving brain function. As hearing loss progresses, key areas of the brain responsible for memory, the hippocampus and temporal lobe, begin to shrink. Research has confirmed that hearing loss is directly linked to an increased risk of dementia. One crucial fact to remember is that hearing loss is irreversible. Once you start experiencing noticeable difficulty hearing, it's important to act quickly. Using a hearing aid early can help keep auditory signals flowing to the brain, which in turn helps slow cognitive decline. Unfortunately, many people dismiss hearing loss as a natural part of aging and hesitate to use hearing aids. However, modern hearing aids are discreet, stylish, and as sleek as wireless earbuds. If you feel your hearing is deteriorating, there's no reason to be embarrassed. Getting a hearing aid is a proactive step toward maintaining both your quality of life and brain health. If you suspect hearing loss, don't wait. Visit an audiologist at a hearing aid clinic as soon as possible to discuss your options. To keep your brain young and healthy as you age, clean your ears regularly. If you're unable to do it yourself, ask a family member for assistance. Monitor your hearing. If you notice difficulty hearing, don't ignore it. Seek professional help. Consult an audiologist to determine whether you need a hearing aid. All of these actions share a common goal: keeping your hearing sharp and ensuring your brain stays actively stimulated. Hearing is more than just a sense. It's a gateway to keeping your mind engaged and youthful, even beyond the age of 80. So, take good care of your ears. Your brain will thank you. Now, let's talk about sleep and how to keep your brain from aging, even after turning 80. How does sleep impact brain health? How many hours do you sleep each night? And more importantly, how good is the quality of your sleep? To start, here's a slightly unsettling fact. Sleep debt, the cumulative effect of insufficient sleep, is not something you can fully recover from later, no matter how much you try to catch up on lost sleep. One of the key factors linked to Alzheimer's disease is a protein called amyloid beta. This protein is naturally produced in the brain, but under normal conditions, the brain has a built-in waste clearance system that flushes out toxins, including amyloid beta, while we sleep. However, when sleep is inadequate or of poor quality, these harmful substances accumulate over time, increasing the risk of neurodegeneration. The buildup of these toxic proteins due to sleep deprivation is often referred to as sleep debt. But unlike financial debt, sleep debt cannot simply be paid back by sleeping longer on the weekend. It leaves lasting effects on the brain. A study conducted at the National University of Singapore investigated the relationship between sleep duration and brain structure. The research found that losing just 1 hour of sleep per night led to an annual increase of 0.55% in the size of the brain's ventricles, the fluid-filled spaces within the brain. Why does this matter? Because the enlargement of brain ventricles is a direct consequence of brain shrinkage, a process commonly associated with cognitive decline and neurodegenerative diseases. The study also confirmed that long-term sleep deprivation leads to a progressive decline in cognitive function over time. While multiple factors contribute to brain health, one clear example is how chronic sleep deprivation impairs the brain's ability to clear waste, leading to neuron death and, ultimately, brain shrinkage. So, how can you maintain a healthy, well-functioning brain even beyond 80? The key is to ensure consistent, high-quality sleep that supports brain metabolism. How many hours of sleep do you really need? The optimal amount is around 7 hours per night. Research suggests that aiming for at least 7 hours of good quality sleep is one of the most effective ways to maintain brain health as you age. There have been numerous studies on sleep, and one conducted in Japan found that getting less than 5 hours or more than 10 hours of sleep per night increases the risk of dementia. Similarly, a study from Northern Europe reported that sleeping 9 hours or more is also associated with a higher risk. Many people believe that not getting enough sleep is harmful, but what's surprising is that sleeping too much can also increase the risk of dementia. While the exact reasons remain unclear, some researchers suggest that excessive sleep duration may lead to poorer sleep quality, which in turn contributes to cognitive decline. Taking these findings into account, experts generally recommend around 7 hours of sleep per night as the optimal duration for maintaining brain health. What about naps? Especially among older adults, who often have more free time during the day, napping is a common habit. Several studies have explored how daytime naps affect cognitive function. For example, one study found that napping for up to 60 minutes can help reduce the risk of Alzheimer's disease, whereas napping for more than 60 minutes may actually increase the risk. Another study conducted in the U.S. with 2,500 older adults discovered that the longer a person naps, the more their memory declines over time. Although further research is needed, current findings suggest that keeping daytime naps to 60 minutes or less is the best approach. Long naps, in particular, can have negative consequences such as disrupting nighttime sleep, throwing off the body's internal clock, and reducing overall sleep quality. Of course, Sleep needs vary from person to person, but, for most people, aiming for about 7 hours of quality sleep per night helps support brain metabolism and prevent sleep debt. This may well be one of the keys to staying active, sharp, and youthful even beyond the age of 80. As for naps, keeping them under an hour is highly recommended for maintaining cognitive health and overall well-being. So far, we've explored various ways to stay youthful and get closer to becoming a superager. While simply learning about these ideas is valuable, the real key to seeing results is putting them into action. To truly benefit your brain, you need to think about how to incorporate these habits into your daily life. There's a simple principle when it comes to taking action. The more specific the plan, the easier it is to start and maintain. That's why I recommend creating a brain-boosting action plan. This will help turn good intentions into concrete steps. For example, let's take exercise, which we discussed earlier. If there's a type of strength training or physical activity you'd like to try, don't overthink it, just jot down whatever comes to mind. Try balancing exercises like standing on one leg. Start walking more since I haven't been walking much lately. Do some core exercises like sit-ups. The key here is not to overthink it and not to worry about whether you can actually do everything. Just write it down. Next, take it one step further and turn these ideas into a concrete plan. After breakfast, do a one-leg balance exercise while watching TV. After lunch, if the weather is nice, take a walk around the park near my house. At this stage, don't force yourself to include things you feel reluctant about or things that seem unsustainable. Instead, focus on what feels doable. The trick is to be kind to yourself and create a plan that seems manageable. Now, let's move on to diet, which we discussed after exercise. In the first step, simply write down whatever comes to mind. Try following the MIND diet. Come up with new fish-based recipes. Then, in the second step, refine it into a more specific plan. Keep track of how many times per week I eat fish as a main dish. Again, the goal is to set achievable, stress-free targets that make it easy to take action. Why cooking itself is good for your brain. Beyond just eating healthily, cooking itself has cognitive benefits. Planning meals, coming up with recipes, and following the multi-step process of cooking help stimulate the brain and may even reduce the risk of dementia. I hope today's video gave you valuable new insights. We covered a lot of topics, so let's take a moment to review and reinforce what we've learned. The first key point was, exercising your body is the foundation of exercising your brain. If you don't remember all the details, don't worry. You can always go back and review the key points using the table of contents in the description. Just like muscles weaken when not used, brain function also declines without stimulation. To keep your neural circuits active, make a habit of moving your body regularly. Aim for at least 3,800 steps per day, and try to avoid prolonged sitting. A great way to check your balance and brain function is the one-leg standing test. Give it a try. Today, we also introduced the importance of dietary diversity. A well-balanced diet with a wide range of nutrients is essential for brain function. We discussed how maintaining good hearing is essential for keeping the brain active. Make sure to clean your ears regularly, and, if needed, consider using a hearing aid. Keeping your auditory pathways clear helps send direct stimulation to your brain, which is a key factor in maintaining cognitive function as you age. Another important topic was sleep debt. Not getting enough quality sleep over time can negatively affect brain health. To help your brain clear out waste and function optimally, aim for at least 7 hours of sleep per night. If you take naps, keep them under an hour for the best results. To put all these healthy habits into practice, start by writing your want-to-do list. Your list doesn't have to be perfect. Just jot down anything you'd like to try. Even small goals can become actionable steps toward a healthier brain and body. Age is just a number. Keep challenging yourself with new experiences. This is the first step to becoming a superager and extending your healthy lifespan. Watching this video multiple times will help reinforce the key takeaways. This channel is dedicated to sharing science-backed nutrition and lifestyle tips to help you live longer and healthier. If that sounds good to you, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out. Also, if you found this video helpful, hitting a like button would be greatly appreciated. It helps us create even better content for you in the future. And here's a bonus. If you sign up for our newsletter via the link in the description, you'll receive exclusive health tips you won't find anywhere else. If longevity is your goal, don't miss this free resource. See you in the next video.